Hi guys, welcome. I'm going to be ranking every single song on Midnight's 3 a.m. edition according to this tier list. So at the top we have Elite. These songs are in the running for favorite Taylor Swift songs of all time. This tier is really hard to break into. It has to be the best of the best. Okay, then we have Beautiful. It's self-explanatory. The songs are wonderful. The songs are beautiful. And then we have the good category. Good category means that they're good songs, but I don't get excited about them. And then we have skippable. I mean, we all know that every single Taylor Swift song is amazing and a masterpiece, but some songs are a bit of a skip for me. So let's get into it. Okay, we have Lavender Haze first. Okay, I actually think Lavender Haze is a really good song, even though it's a single and it's getting a little bit overplayed. I'm gonna put it in the beautiful category. I think that's where Lavender Haze belongs because it is a beautiful song. Okay, when I first ever listened to Midnights, I knew that Maroon was gonna be my favorite song on it. It is such an amazing song, and I think it goes in the elite category. And honestly, I don't say that lightly. I think Maroon is such a you can just hear like the color maroon when you hear the song. It's so sophisticated. It has so many Easter eggs in the song, and there's so much tea in that song. And that song, I feel like, gives so much background to All Too Well and so much insight into that relationship that they had. Honestly, I could do a full breakdown of every single one of these songs and go on for hours because I feel like Midnights is the most like intimate album she's ever shared. Like it's so produced and it's so popular, but if you listen to the lyrics and if you've been a fan for a long time, you know that there is so much tea that has been spilled on this album and I love it. Okay, Antihero. Okay, when I first heard the album, I thought it was an amazing song and it has an amazing music video. I think all the music videos for this album are so good. Um, And this was the song that I was most excited to hear when we heard the album titles from the Midnight Mayhem series. If you don't know what that is, I would recommend you get on that. Um, I honestly don't know where to put this. It's not elite for me. I think it's going to be, I think it might be beautiful. Because even though it's like getting to the point of being really overplayed and it's getting kind of annoying. It's still a really good song, and I think I just love the lyrics, and I love how it just shows that she's so insecure, and that is just so effing relatable. Okay, Snow on the Beach is honestly such a beautiful and delicate song, but there are four tiers here, and I have to put something in each tier. Otherwise, that's such a boring video. Okay, unpopular opinion, I think Snow on the Beach is skippable. I feel like I'm gonna get so many haters from that, but it's honestly a beautiful song and it sounds so amazing. But I mean, first of all, lyrically, it's beautiful, but there's not as much like insight into Taylor's life and there's not as much tea being spilled in Snow on the Beach. Um, I just think that like when it comes on, I'm just not I'm just not usually in the mood for it. Whereas a song like Maroon, I'm always in the mood for. It doesn't matter if I'm happy or if I'm sad. It doesn't matter what the vibe is. Maroon is never going to be skipped. But Snow on the Beach, it just, it's skippable for me. Okay, the next one, You're on Your Own Kid. I have some very strong opinions about this, and they are controversial at best and incriminating at worst. I mean, it gives you so much insight into her life, and it's such a vulnerable song, and I get it, and I get the message behind it, and uh, it's a good song. Okay, it's a good song. It is so skippable for me. It is the most skippable for me. Um, and that's the whole album, I'm pretty sure. By the way, I'm doing each tier in order as well. Um, but yeah, You're on Your Own, Kid. Oh, it just, I know it's a track five, and I know how Swifties feel about track fives, but I just can't get behind it. It's just, I think it's probably one of the worst on the albums. Oh, yeah, no. You're on Your Own, Kid is definitely a skip for me. Sorry Not Sorry. Okay. Midnight Rain, I think is a good song, but I think the start kind of gets annoying. Like when it says rain at the start, just kind of gets annoying when you hear it so many times. But it's a really good song. Oh, this album is so good. Okay, I think okay. I'm gonna put it in beautiful. It is a beautiful song. I don't know where it goes though. Maybe it goes there. Maybe that's the best place for it. Behind Antihero. Also, who do you guys think that Midnight Rain is about? I will die on the hill of thinking it's about Taylor Lautner. I just do. Like, so many people say it's about Tom Hiddleston or like one of those, 1989 era boys. But I don't think it is. I think it's about Taylor Lautner. And I also kind of wanted to talk to you guys about something else, about this rumor that Midnight is a breakup album and that all the breakup songs on here are about Joe and that they actually broke up before the release of the album. What do you guys think about that? I think that rumor is so false. I do not believe it at all. I've heard a lot of people trying to justify that Maroon is about Joe Alwyn, but no. Maroon is 100% Jake Gyllenhaal. 100%. There is no doubt in my mind about that. I don't understand how people can even think that her and Joe broke up before Midnights came out. That it doesn't, no, sorry. I don't believe that. And if you believe that, hmm, interesting. Okay, Question is actually such a good song. I love Question. I also think Question's about Harry Styles. Does anyone have any differing opinions? I think that's like the consensus that it's about Harry Styles. But I mean, I love it. I just don't understand the line in it where she says, everyone's making fun of you, and then 15 seconds later they're clapping. Mm, that's not relatable. That's so not relatable for me. I do love it though. I think it's gonna go in beautiful. Genuinely. I just don't know where it ranks on the list. Mm. Okay, I think Question is actually underrated. I'm gonna put it at the top of the beautiful tier. I think that's where it belongs. Feel free to come at me in the comments. I don't care. I actually do care. I would love to hear your opinions. Okay, Vigilante. I think it's honestly a great song. Okay, I am gonna put it in the good category, and I'll tell you why. When I first heard the song, ever, it was my favorite song on the album, by far. It was, I just love like how different it is to what she's done before, and I love how bold it is, and I love how much tea is in it. Oh my goodness, I think it's an amazing song. There's like a little bit of debate whether that's about Kanye West or about Scooter. What do you guys think? I think it's 100% about Scooter. like 100%. But there is just so much tea in that song, and that song honestly shocked me to my core when I heard it for the first time. And when I was listening to the lyrics, oh my goodness, I love it. But I'll tell you why it's in the good category, because hearing it for the first time, I was mind blown. Hearing it over and over, just kind of like how basic the beat is, it honestly is on the verge of skippable for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's an amazing song. I just think that you can't really do much with it. You know what I mean? I just think you can't listen to it over and over without getting kind of annoyed. Okay, I actually love Bejeweled. I mean, I know it's a single, and for me, singles just get overplayed, and that really tarnishes them for me. But I think Bejeweled is an amazing song. And I also think it's about Calvin Harris. I love just conspiring over what these songs are about and who they're about. If anyone has a different opinion, let me know. Some people think it's about Joe, the people who think that they broke up before Midnights came out. But no way. I definitely think it's about Calvin Harris. I think it's such an amazing song. It's going in the beautiful category for me, for sure. It's already there. It already looks so comfortable there. I think it might go at the top of that category. I just think that's where it belongs. Like front and center. I so love the message behind it. I think it's just so relatable for a lot of women who get in relationships and then they feel a bit neglected, and then they kind of just wake up one day and they're like, I'm a baddie, like let me just go out and show everyone how bejeweled I am. I love it. Love, love, love. I think it's amazing. And I think the like start of the music video is so cool. And I love how many Speak Now Easter eggs are in it. I honestly think that Taylor Swift is playing a really cruel prank on Swifties with the whole Speak Now thing, because there has been so much speculation that Speak Now is being the next re-recorded album for so long. Basically ever since Midnights came out, maybe even before then. And this Bejeweled video, which came out, what did it come out last year? I don't even know when it came out, but it came out so long ago, and there were so many Speak Now Easter eggs, and it's still not dropped. Where is Speak Now? I am so impatient. I'm seriously so impatient. Okay, Labyrinth. I think Labyrinth is so like delicate and beautiful. Um, and I think it references so many of her past relationships, but one that stands out for me, I think the first verse of the song is 100% about John Mayer, because she mentions elevators, and she mentions how she can basically never love again, and she's broken, and she's scared of love, and that just screams John Mayer. I mean, elevator buttons in the morning air, John freaking Mayer. Okay, I think this song, I mean, again, it's kind of on the verge of skippable for me. I'm gonna put it in the good category. Behind, uh, yeah, I think it belongs there. I think it looks comfortable there. It's such a good song, but I just feel like it completely slows down the whole mood. Like if you're already in that mood, fine, go ahead, live, love, love. But if you're not in that mood already, it's just absolutely a skip. Okay, what does everyone think about the line, "Karma is a cat purring in my lap because it loves me"? When I first heard the song, I hated that line, and I was like, why would you that it just is not the most beautiful sounding or intelligent line. But the more I listen to it, the more I love that line because cats are so picky with who they're with. So if a cat is purring in your lap because it loves you, then you win. You win everything. You win life. Okay. I think Karma is a great song. I honestly think it's going to go in the beautiful category. I just don't know where. I think Karma brings a lot of energy. Okay, let's make some room. We're gonna have to. Oh, this is not going good. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna put Karma up here. I'm gonna put it ahead of Midnight Rain. I think that's where it belongs. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty confident with that. Like, even though Karma is quite poppy and like a glitch Alpine song, I love it. I have to preface this by saying I should have said at the start, but I'm definitely a quill pen song. I'm definitely one of those people who likes, like the devastating songs like Dear John or The Moment I Knew. Like, that's my vibe. I love it. I love the sadness. It's amazing. Okay, Sweet Nothing. Originally, when I listened to the album, that was the song I liked the least. I think it's just because of like how slow it is. I don't know. Is it boring? Hmm. I do love it. It's definitely not going in skippable. Okay, I think it's gonna go in the good tier, but I just don't know. Honestly, Sweet Nothing for me could be ahead of. Oh, it could be at the start of the good tier. I'm gonna put it in front of Labyrinth. I think that is where it fits in. Okay. Yeah, that fits so nicely there. Just like looking at this, I've kind of realized that the color of this album is purple. I kind of thought it was more like a really deep blue, but I think it's more purple. Okay, Mastermind. I think Mastermind is such a good song. Okay. Mm, I think I'm gonna put it at the start of the good tier. I think that is where it kind of belongs for me. But I love the message behind it. She's said so many times in her career that effortlessness is a myth. And yeah, I love that. I love that she just basically is telling everyone to go out there and try hard. I mean, I know that's not what it's about. It's a love song about how she manipulated this guy into loving her. But I think it sends out such a good message of you need to try to be successful. I love it. Okay. We have officially finished the Midnights songs. We are getting into the 3 a.m. version of this album. And honestly, I think the 3 a.m. version is where some of her best songs lie. I think this elite tier is going to be filling up, in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm not even going to mess around. I'm not even going to. This 100% goes to the top of the elite. Honestly, every single thing in the elite tier is pretty much equal. Like, they're all my favorite songs. I know that favorite is a singular word and it means to have a singular favorite of something, but I can't help it. They're all my favorite. If they're in the elite tier, then they're my favorite song. Okay? I think The Great War is just amazing. And the first time I ever heard the album, just sonically, I Love that song from the get-go. I think that The Great War, okay, my theory basically is that every single song on the Midnights album has a sister song. Because we know that Midnights is from Sleepless Nights throughout her life, and all of her other albums are from throughout her life. And so I think Great War, the sister song for The Great War is Afterglow from Lover. I think they both lyrically are very, very similar in terms of the meaning behind them. I mean, sonically they sound quite different, but they're both like basically my favorite song from their respective albums. And I guess, I don't know, maybe I relate to the lyrics more than any other song. Or maybe it just sounds that good. I think it just sounds that good. Okay, let's move on to Bigger Than the Whole Sky. Bigger Than the Whole Sky is so devastatingly sad. And there's a lot of theories actually as to who Bigger Than the Whole Sky is about. Personally, I think Bigger Than the Whole Sky came about when she was re-recording Red, and I think when she was recording the songs Ronin and Forever Winter, I think that kind of brought up a lot of grief and sadness in her, and I think that's where Bigger Than the Whole Sky came from, and I love it. Honestly, I love it so freaking much. I think it's definitely going in here. I love it so much that it doesn't like put me in a sad mood or a bad mood, even though it is so devastatingly sad. I never skip it. I love it. I think it is such an amazing song. Okay, Paris. I have some very unpopular opinions. Paris is a no from me. I don't know. It's a good song and it's really catchy, but it's just not my vibe. I don't. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Paris, I think, is going to go into the skippable category. One thing I hate about Paris is the line about shade and how it's not the type that's thrown, but it's the type that's under where a tree grows. Like, no, I'm sorry, that's not good writing. I'm sorry, I understand it and I get it and I get what you're trying to do, but that just sounds so childlike. I don't think it's clever. I love the bridge in Paris though. I think it's an amazing bridge. But that's definitely very skippable for me. Okay, let's move on. I love the song. Um, who do you guys think High Infidelity is about? I think it's about Calvin Harris, for sure. No doubt in my mind. I have very strong opinions about what every single song is about and the meaning behind every single song. Um, and I don't think that anyone is ever gonna change my mind. But I think High Fidelity, I think it's a really good song. I think it goes in the beautiful category. I love it. I love that I think it goes above Midnight Rain, by the way, if you didn't get that. But I love that she's kind of admitting wrongdoing because a lot of people say all the time that Taylor Swift just plays victim and she never takes accountability, but she does. You just have to listen. Okay, Glitch. When I first heard that album, I hated the song Glitch. I just didn't like it at all. Just being honest. Now I love it. Now it's gonna go in the beautiful category. And now that I'm looking at my tier ranking, I think I'm gonna move down Midnight Rain to the good category. To the top of the good category, but still to the good category nonetheless. But Glitch, oh, I think it's an amazing song. but it definitely took me like a few listens to really get into it. Like, it was not love at first sight for me. Yeah, no. But I think it's a really good song. And I think it's really cute. And I think it gives me like Reputation vibes. I love it. Okay. This song changed my life. I love What If Could Have Should Have. I think it's one of my favorite songs ever. Like literally ever. It's going at the very top of the elite tier. If you have a different opinion to mine about What If Could Have Should Have, I do not want to hear it. I think every single line in that song is written so beautifully. And recently, Aaron Dessner, who is the co-writer on that song, shared that they wrote that song the night of the 2021 Grammys when she won Album of the Year for Folklore. I can't believe she, I can't believe she wrote that song on that night. That honestly blows my mind. But I think that is no song will ever top that ever. I am such a Speak Now stan, and more than that, I am such a Dear John stan. So would've, could've, should've. Ooh, it is so. I'm honestly speechless about it. And come on, it is such a good song. Come on. Okay, final song. Let's wrap things up. Dear Rita. I have some very strong opinions about Dear Rita as well. Okay, I think Dear Rita honestly has one of my favorite bridges of all time. Okay, no, not all time. I take that back. But I think Dear Rita has an amazing bridge. But the rest of it is so stale and boring. I'm sorry. I mean, there's some. No, I'm sorry. It's so skippable for me. If I could like have a version where it's just the bridge, I would. I love the bridge. And sometimes I listen to it just because of the bridge, but I don't love it. I don't love the verses. I just think they are boring, dare I say. Um, but that is everything. Wow, okay. I want to say that I do not take this elite tier lightly. Every single song in that tier, I think everyone in the entire world should listen to. I think all of those songs are amazing. And these songs in the beautiful tier are songs that I loved as well. And then we kind of get down to this good tier. And that's when I kind of start skipping more frequently. And the skippable tier, it just, those are quite frequently skipped, as in 90% of the time. But overall, I think that Midnights is an amazing album. I think it's so good. I love it. I love every single song on there, even the skippable ones. Even You're on Your Own, Kid. Okay, it's my least favorite, but I still love you. Um, Thank you so much for watching this video, and share with me if you would change anything or if you disagree with any of my opinions or theories, because I would love to hear that.